This time on From the Depths of the Internet, we found an article about a man, Scott Stevens, a weatherman from Idaho, who claims that the Yakuza, a Japanese mafia, caused Hurricane Katrina. Intrigued, we called him up. First off, we asked what everyone wanted to know.
Do you take any prescription drugs?
No, I don't. Not even for my allergies.
And there's no history of mental illness in your family?
Are you kidding? No.
What qualifications do you have to back these claims? What?
Well, that the weather is not right, or the fact that the technology exists? Which one?
Well, either, really.
But then we let him talk.
I think we have to go back to the better part of 60 years ago, when Joseph Stalin was in the midst of the Cold War race with the U.S. and was aware of our atomic weapons project. He told the scientists to get him bomb for bomb what the Americans were building, but then something else, something different. And they ended up with a program called energetics, and they figured out how to use these scalar potentials to work on weather.
But who were Scott's inspirations?
I was looking at the site of retired Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Bearden, who was in the intelligence agencies within the Air Force during the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. So it's his work that led me on this little path to discovery.
Tom Bearden, who got his doctorate from a fake school and supposedly briefed Reagan on the invention of this machine in 1985, leads his website with this photo. Come on, Tom. He's famous for his motionless energy generator, which picks up free energy out of the atmosphere and turns it into electricity. Unfortunately, he apparently slept through high school chemistry because his proof equation doesn't even have balanced units. It's okay, Tom. I failed chemistry in high school too. Well, but I'm not trying to make claims about making a machine that picks up magical energy. Sorry. As you can see, Tom Bearden is a great and reliable source for information. But pressing on.
So are you saying then that all hurricanes of the past few years since we've had this technology have been aided by this weapon?
Since 1976. Since 1976, that was the last time this planet had fully natural weather. The clouds are self-evident.
Ah, yes. Look at these horribly suspicious clouds. Yes. Yes, the cloud pictures you have just seen are supposedly evidence of foul play with our weather. And it is true. Research facilities such as HAARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program in Alaska, does have the power and the knowledge to create some clouds. Maybe not these, but yes, it does have that power. But could they, as Scott claims?
They can't use this to enhance the hurricane, to start the hurricane, to weaken it before landfall.
No, a hurricane is huge, Scott. You know this. You're a meteorologist. It takes an incredible amount of power in a very localized area just to create clouds, let alone the 300-mile radius that is the average size of a hurricane. It would take a ridiculous amount of power just to create clouds to cover that sort of an area.
Scott, you claim that Yakuza, Japanese mobsters, came up with this hurricane, this most recent Hurricane Katrina.
That's the work of Colonel Bearden.
Not this guy again.
It's far more likely that this storm was an inside job, much like 9/11.
That's right, you heard him. Just like 9/11. Just like how Neil Armstrong never went to the moon. Just like how OJ was framed.
Well, it looks like this theory is full of crap, but all hope is not lost. According to Scott's website, weatherwars.info, I fully expect one more event this year to impact the United States. My gut feeling is that it will be an earthquake/volcanic event with an intensity of at least 7.5 in magnitude, resulting in insured losses to exceed $25 billion. Apparently it's going to happen somewhere on the West Coast, so I'm sure looking forward to that.
Before we say goodbye to Scott, we wanted to ask him one last question. This is just speculation on my part, but is it possible that Idaho is so boring that you came up with this theory just to keep yourself occupied?
Let's just say I